Hello there, thank you so much for watching. My name is Mark Burgess, I'm a Chartered Architect and I would like to explain the workshop to you. If you're a homeowner, then the workshop might very well be ideal for you. It's, I believe, a simple way of accessing the architectural services of an experienced architect like myself at an affordable price. So what exactly is the workshop? Well, it consists of three parts. Firstly, the creative meeting. Secondly, design and drawings. And thirdly, an online review of those drawings. So I'll explain now in a bit more detail each part, starting with the creative meeting, which begins in your home. And I'll be there for about 3 hours, by the way, because there's quite a lot for us to do. So what are we going to be doing? Okay, firstly, a walk round, and during that I can listen to what you think about how the house fits your needs at the moment and in the future. And whilst walking around, I can really start to understand how your house is put together, its spatial flow or lack of, and how it relates to its immediate environment. Then we can talk about your ideas for extending it, and at this point I'm aiming to bring to the table some creative thinking, which means ideas you may not necessarily have thought of. You might decide to say, okay, well, yeah, nice thinking, but we'll stick with plan A, that's okay. But we're trying to look at all possibilities. And at this point, I usually do some sketches because that's the easiest way for us to facilitate discussion to and fro. Okay, so what happens next? We've now got something on paper with a bit of luck, usually, and therefore I can then apply some cost modelling, which we do on my laptop. And this is all about working out a reasonable budget for the project going forward. That just about covers the creative meeting, part one. I may in fact do a few more measurements, and the reason for that is that we may decide at the end of the meeting that in fact you would like to do part two of the workshop because it's worth developing some of the initial ideas in a bit more detail back here in the office. So what is part two? In detail, this is my creative process here on the drawing board and on the screen, of course, in such a way that I can produce options and drawings of those options. Then moving on to the third part of the workshop, that is pretty much what it says on the tin. It's an online review of the drawings, and we can hopefully establish that one option might be the favourite. So that is the workshop in its three parts. I would stress that you don't have to order all of them. So part one might be enough. You might decide let's do 1 and 2, and then if you need the third part, the online review, that's fine as well. But it's not essential for some people. It's all about tailoring the process for you. Okay, and finally, how much does it all cost? Well, what I would say is that there are no surprises. So if you call me, I'll run through the process as it applies to your particular home. Then I'll be able to quote the maximum fees that I charge. Very often I charge less. Why? Because I end up doing less. So if I do less, I charge less. But the main point is that you'll have, via that email, a very clear idea of all I've just said, plus the costs, and of course we can agree a time scale for this. And by the way, we can usually wrap up all 3 parts within 2 weeks. And because this is a tried and tested process, we can work quite efficiently on it. So thank you again for watching. Do call me on 01625 682 846. I look forward to hearing from you.